Hello everybody, it's Mabel Pun here again, and I am certified aromatherapist. For 20 years I've been using essential oil, especially Young Living essential oil. That's my love. It has saved my son's life, so I've been very much into the essential oil because I really have personally witnessed the profound effect of essential oil. If you have seen the first video, the last one that I took, you probably know that I am telling you something that you cannot find in the textbook because it's out of my personal experience. Of course, some common use, like you can also Google. A lot of usage of essential oil is very common now that you can find a lot of good information out on the internet. But today I will also share with you some of my own usage of certain oils that you might not be able to find information about out there, but it's my personal experience of how to use them into the next level. So today, just like last time, I have prepared 5 oils to show you today. And I have Cypress, Basil, Clary Sage, Celery Seed, and Eucalyptus. Now, some of them are very commonly used. If you have been using essential oil, some of them might not sound very new to you, but some are quite not very common, like celery seed. So I will start with this one. Celery seed, it's celery seed. It's the herbs that we use in dishes. It's a food, it's a herb, and it has also a lot of healing properties. Just like the celery itself and the celery seeds, it's widely used in cardiovascular health and in regulating heart health and also blood pressure. So all of these you can find it on Google. So what I'm telling you today that I use this because I had psoriasis since like a few years old, like very young age, that I have inflammation on the skin that it's considered like autoimmune kind of condition. And when it flare up, it's really inflaming, it's really painful, and it's just very itchy and all that. And I have tried so many things over the past 40 years that seriously, I have that since 5 years old. So now you kind of know how old I am. And I found that celery seed is very helpful when it started to flare up. So if you have psoriasis, if you have anything like skin inflammation, you may consider having some celery seed oil at hand, especially when it starts flare up. It's the most useful oil I ever had for calming down the flaring up. Now, if it has already flare up, I would use lemon instead. It works better for me. So you might need to have a few different oils on hand regarding psoriasis, and try which one for what time, because at different stage of the flaring up, the skin might require different oil. So for me, at its very first stage, when I feel it's starting to rise up, starting to flare up, I put celery seed oil. It helps soothe it down very quickly. If it has already been flaring for a couple of days, I will use lemon instead. So this is a very good anti-inflammatory oil. If you have an inflamed joint, you can also try it. But keep in mind that celery seed smell like celery seeds. It's a very strong smell of celery seeds. And if you have smelled celery seed before, you know what I mean. So before you get the oil, go find some celery seed, smell it, see if you can stand the smell in seed form. Because if you cannot stand the smell in seed form, you cannot stand it in oil form, which is 100 times stronger. So this is my advice for you to use this, but it's a very good oil if you have anything like high blood pressure, heart murmuring. It will be helpful. Okay. Next one is eucalyptus. Eucalyptus, very useful for respiratory system, clearing phlegm, clearing mucus, soothe down itchiness in the throat. When you inhale, it decongest the nose. Sinus problem, we use them a lot in any sinus condition, and also supporting the lung health just to simply to help you breathe easier. Having said that, if it is being used in children, be very cautious because some children may react to eucalyptus. So be very mild in the usage, and the safer way is to diffuse instead of putting it directly on a child younger than 5 years old. Just a drop, diffuse for about like 5-10 minutes will be enough for a little kid. So do not overuse eucalyptus on children unless you've been using essential oil for a long time and you know what you're doing, you're aromatherapist and you use it with other oils out of your prescription and you really know how to handle this. But for adult, there's no problem. You can use it anytime you feel like the lungs is a little congested, or if you went by a place which has unpleasant smell. I sometimes will carry eucalyptus with me on the road, like if I'm driving a lot and the air in the car get a little too stale, or there's something that is smelly on the road, I'll pull up my eucalyptus, put it under my nose, and carry me through the journey of driving. So for me, it's a very helpful oil. And it's also sometimes at night when on some allergy season, the lungs are a little congested, throat a little congested, I will diffuse it and sleep with it. Okay. Next one I want to show you is basil. Basil is more like a muscle oil. So if you have a very regular workout routine that you always have a little sore and tiredness in the muscle, basil will be very good. It's a very mild oil, so it would not be too aggressive sometimes. Sometimes some anti-inflammatory oil for joints and for muscle could be quite aggressive, that you use it once, you don't want to use it again. So basil is a very good entry oil. So if you're not very used to using essential, you can try basil first. Ease down muscle cramp, muscle pain, soreness, tiredness of the muscle. It's all about muscle. And it's basil, it's a food. Again, like it's being used in Italian cuisine, in a lot of food dishes. It's very safe oil and I like it a lot. The smell, it's also very nice. So try it on joints, try it on muscles. It can be put with carrier oil directly on your skin. For me, I put directly, if the quality of the oil is good, I would put it directly onto the skin too. I would use it straight. About the quality of oil, go back to the first video and how I define with good quality oil, okay? Usually basil can also be paired up with a lot of other oils like Cypress. And we talk about circulation with celery seed just now also. Cypress is pinpoint for circulation. Now, why does it pair up with oil like muscle oil like basil? Because you need circulation to heal the muscle. After you soothe down the inflammation, you actually need the circulation back to take away stagnant blood and refresh into new blood. So Cypress come into place. If you are one of those people who have cold hands, cold feet in the winter, even in the summer, that means you really need some support in circulation. You can put it around the wrist, around the ankles, and and diffuse it in when you sleep. It helps circulation, bring back warmth into the body, into fingers, into toes, and it helps circulation a lot to the point that it can heal the muscle faster, heal the joint faster if you have injury in case. So Cypress is a very good oil, especially for ladies who need extra support on one of those moon days that you feel your circulation is kind of like off. And talking about moon days, you also want to know about Clary Sage. Now, we do not use it on moon days because actually encourage blood flow so much to the point that actually increase your blood flow. But this is a governing hormone oil. So after the moon day, after like a couple days of your cycle, you can start using Clary Sage to help you ease off PMS for the next cycle. And for about PMS, one suggestion I give to ladies is you keep your womb, your reproductive area, your sacral area warm. One thing I did for myself, because I used to have very severe PMS, and what I did 1 year is I have Himalayan salt lamp, which is round like a sphere, and I turn it on and warm it up using the light bulb inside, and I take out the light bulb, like I turn it off, I take out the light bulb when the salt is still warm, and I carry it to my stomach to sleep, and I sleep through it, and then I repeat it for a whole winter. And the next year, the PMS symptoms have eased off almost 90%, with also some help with different oils like sage and clary sage. But it helped me big time. The warmth is what the womb needs. So ladies, keep that area warm, especially in the winter, and try to wear enough clothing around that. So I've seen ladies walking on the ice with the short skirts, and then in their 20s, they start to have wrinkles around the eyes. No wonder, because that area is your fountain of youth. If you keep it always cold, it will tax you on the hormone secretion. It will also, tax onto your energy. So be very caring of your own reproductive area and really take care of that. Keep it warm. Use oil like this to help sustain the regulated hormone flow. Okay, so those are the 5 oils I'm showing you today. I hope it helped you in some ways. And if you have any particular oil that you want to know more than just what Google is telling you, you can leave me a line in the comment, and I will prepare for you in the next video. And I hope you like what I am putting out in the channel. If you do like to see me more, please subscribe to my channel, like my video, share it out to your friends, because your support is what sustains me to keep going. Okay, thank you very much for watching. Have a really nice day. See you next time. Bye.